When you see that statue over there, do you think Fox's Glacier mints?
Actually, now you've mentioned it, yes.
Well, here we are. We're in the city to have a look around, so as Jen likes to say, let's bounce.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's 200 episodes. Now, I was gonna put this up yesterday because I wanted to celebrate 200 episodes, but it took a while to get together the videos that I want to talk about in today's episode. Now, I want to talk about what this channel started off as. It started off as a vlog, and it was interesting that I couldn't keep it up at the time because, my phone for a start couldn't put together enough footage. I was using the old BlackBerry, the pink BlackBerry, and wow, it could do a little bit of footage, but it wasn't very good, as you can see from this footage here. Hello. This is a very quick recording. The idea is that we're going to make a few little videos while we're out today, because we're going to go out. So we'll show you the sights and sounds of Bolton, if we can find them. And quickly after I started doing these daily vlogs back then, I was still living in the old house that we had. When we first moved to Bolton from Durham, we had this rented house before we bought the one that we're in now. And it was alright at the time, but my goodness, just to imagine how long ago I started this. Wow, time flies. But soon after I started the vlog, I got an iPhone 4 and started doing videos on there. So there you have it, a much better quality picture, I'm sure you'll agree. And I wasn't very good at it, as you can see from this one. Hello Jennifer, how are you doing?
I'm alright, especially as Sarah's brought back chips.
Chips are always good, definitely good, recommended. I wouldn't say 1 part of your 5 a day because it probably counts as -1, but never mind.
No. See, chips is the British contribution to culinary delights the world over.
Back then, it was a case of I would try my best to be on screen and in focus, but I had a tendency to wobble the camera a lot, and that's not good when you're trying to vlog. But I think I'm getting better at that. I mean, I still wobble the camera occasionally, but as I'm doing now while I'm talking, in fact. But I get there, and I try my best, and it's all about improving. There's an awful lot of stuff that back then I was just terrible at filming because I just didn't know what I was doing, but I've learned over the years, and that's what it was all about. It was all about learning and practicing and getting used to the camera, getting used to being on camera. At the start, when I first made my first YouTube account in November 2006, my goodness, it's been a long time, I wouldn't even be on camera. I didn't like to show myself back then. I'll be behind the camera, that'd be fine. I'll film someone else, not a problem at all. But I didn't like to be on camera myself. I was nervous, basically, but got happy in my own self, as they would say. And now you get to see me almost every day. And hopefully I'm going to get back to everyday vlogging. But whether you like it or not, I'm kind of here now. Ha! But anyway, it's been an interesting time, and I stopped vlogging for a while, started doing response videos, things. I'm not going to show you any of them because they're not worth it now. They were off the time, and that's not very good for something where you want to stay doing something that's evergreen, as they call it. Something that you can come back to again and again. But then I started doing this Zog, and the daily vlogs became a one-off show once a week, and that became quite interesting. I did some interesting stuff back at the start, but even then, I wasn't very good with the video production. So we're back on the vlog section of this channel, which I'm now going to call the Zog. I wasn't relaxed, that's the problem. I was trying to do a show, and I don't think that's good. I don't think that's right for me. It works for some people, but for me, I need to be more one-on-one, talking to people, rather than trying to present it like a TV show, and it's not me. After 44 episodes, I decided that it was time to go back to daily vlogging, so episode 45 was the first one of these daily vlogs. Hello and welcome to another episode. Today what I want to do is something that I used to do a lot of, and that was daily vlogs. I'm going to see, for a week's experiment, can I get back to doing daily vlogs, or have I got to the point where I just can't do it? And that was 155 episodes ago. It's hard to imagine that it's been so far in the past now in terms of videos, but my goodness, that's like 6 months ago, my goodness. weird to think that I've been doing this for months, but it feels like so much longer because I think it's become part of what I like to do, and it's become part of the routine. Time has flown, and I think I've progressed as a filmmaker because the daily practice makes perfect. But oh, my goodness, just to think the changes that have been in that such a short amount of time. Wow. Anyway, I wanted to put in here now just like a collage, a montage of the highlights of the show, some of the best bits as I remember them. So I'm going to do that now. Hello Masters, this is going to be a very short film today because I've just got back from the mortgage advisor. We did a very long film yesterday and I really don't want to be doing massive amounts of video footage every day because who's got the time to watch it for a start? That's just weird. You walk around a corner and there's a ship in the middle of the shopping centre. It's just amazing. It's weird to think that I've been to here several times. I never even knew this part was here. So Jen, how do you think it's going?
Oh, it's going very well actually. We've done quite a lot today. It's awfully cold, sat in a draft by the front door.
It is New Year's Day, 2012, and in 12 months we're all gonna die.
You're always jumping in my chair when I'm not there, aren't you? Alright, well, I'm going to go and talk to Jen so you can have it for a little bit. Looks...
Yeah, that is complicated.
Yeah.
That's a scissors crossing. And then there's an adapted one here to go into a double junction to... There's going to be a station down here. What happens if you've got two Macs with the camera and the screen filming each other? Would you end up with a Doctor Who title sequence?
Let's try.
I think it's just...
Whoa!
Jenny, you've just broken it. It's going nuts.
It is... That is weird.
Oh, that was unexpected. I didn't think it was something like that. So how are you doing there, Jen? And I'll put links to all of the episodes that I've been showing you parts of in the description bar below. But it's amazing just what I've done. I mean, I've been to a conference down in Birmingham. Just been doing the virtual reality with McDonald's and McCain there, and it's a lot of fun, really good. We've been out on nature walk. So there seems to be a kind of makeshift path, but kind of not down to the river, and I don't think... I was going to have a look down and show you the river, but to be honest with you, at this point I feel like I'm hacking my way through a forest. Done all kinds of things, and it's been a hell of a time, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm really happy to have stuff that I can look back on and say, oh, that's what we're doing, and haven't we had an interesting time? It's been hard work at times, but it's been fun as well, and that's what you want. I think that's the part of life that is worth it, when you can look back and say, yeah, it was hard, and it was tough, but we loved what we were doing. That's 200 episodes. Here's to 200 more. I'm going to keep doing this because I think it's great and a lot of fun. And it feels like only 5 minutes ago it was 100 videos, but my goodness. But I want to end this by just doing a quick catch up on a few bits and pieces that I picked up for the collection. So yeah, let's get straight to that. Now, as you might know, I don't collect Game Boy to try and get a full set, but I do collect Game Boy games when I see them when they're interesting. And I'm kind of corpsing now as I try and open this. I can't do it. It's just not going to open. So, Hunchback, Super Hunchback on the Game Boy. I picked it up today, and Jen actually found it. We're in a second-hand bits and pieces shop, and they only had one game for the Game Boy. They had a few Atari ones that looked like they were for the Atari 400 or 800, and if I'd thought about it at the time, I would have picked them up, but I had no way of testing whether they work. But you never know, if they're still there next time, I might pick them up. But they were interesting anyway. But the things that I did go for, because if you remember the game collection when we did the room tour, I was saying I'm trying to get the complete set of original Xbox exclusives. So to that extent, I picked up Chronicles of Riddick, Skip from Butcher Bay. Yeah, it's the Classics edition rather than the old black label as they call them. But never mind, I mean, it's alright. What else we got? Nightcaster. It seems like an interesting game, but I found it difficult to get into. But I'll keep trying. Transworld Snowboarding, which is a lot of fun. It's like SSX, but a lot of fun. Now this one was amazing, and I didn't want to stop trying it, testing it. I put them all in every time I pick stuff up to test and then go back to work. I've got to go back to work in a minute, in fact. And I didn't want to stop. It's House of Dead 3, and it's so much fun. The only problem is that it's got no manual. It's the only one out of this set that doesn't have a manual for the Xbox. But the one that absolutely had to have, but couldn't justify last month. It's been in the shop for a month down in Bolton. And I couldn't justify it last month because I got to the end of my budget, or nearly to the end of my budget. But I thought, well, I'm just going to blow a bit of budget this month on it. Conquer Live and Reloaded. So much fun. I mean, yeah, it's not the original, it's not the N64 original, but it's a great game and it is one of the exclusives for the Xbox, so I had to have that. But another one I had to have, even though, yeah, it's not the original, Resident Evil on the GameCube. Great condition, brilliant game, and that actually means that the only ones I don't have on console are Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 7. I won't be picking up 7 because I don't have a PlayStation 4 with VR, and that's the only way to play that in my view. And Resident Evil 2 I do have a copy of, but it's on PC. I want to get a copy on either the original PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 even, or on GameCube. I might get that, but not seen it around for a while, so that's like way off in the distance. Because I like the Resident Evil ones, I want to complete the set. But also picked up a few PlayStation 2. It's getting difficult to pick up PlayStation 2 ones now, because I'm starting to run out of places where I can get them. And there are still out there. I mean, I'm not even at 1,000 yet, but I'm getting there. But, oh my goodness, it's getting hard. Anyway, Great Escape, Rainbow Six 3, The Warriors, which has been down in town for quite a while, and for some reason I've never picked it up. I don't know why. I think it's because I thought I already had it. Finally got a copy of Worms 4 Mayhem to replace the fact that I've got one up on the shelf that doesn't have a disc in it. I've just been using it as a placeholder on the shelf. But the one that I've been umming and ahhing about for a couple of weeks now, and could I justify getting it? Could I not? Well, like I say, new budget this month, and decided, yeah, I'm going to have it, and I'm so glad I did because it's amazing. Beautiful Joe. This game rocks. I love it. The moment I sat down and started trying it out when I tested the game, make sure it worked and all that, I loved it. It's like, wow, this is great, good, proper, traditional style platforming action. I loved it. So, there we are. That's the set for now, and I better get back to work. I'm going to leave you with a time-lapse of the comic that I drew yesterday, which would have been in the video yesterday, but it wasn't because I didn't do a video yesterday because I was too busy trying to get all of the footage for this montage. But I'll leave it, well, with the montage you've seen now, actually, but I'll leave you with it now. And I'll see you tomorrow for our regularly scheduled daily vlog. See you later.